The only disturbance it will be is if the old ladies are out here praying, they're going to get awful upset when they see those surveyors. But let's just pray that the old ladies are not here when the surveyors come. I don't know if you've ever riled a viejita, but they might kind of give the surveyors a hard time.
Because what is there?
Well,
maybe the
they're already afraid. One of the old ladies told me about a month ago. She said that that La Lomita was being locked up and she couldn't go there to pray anymore. I'm not sure what gave her that impression. Some little thing that happened. If she misinterpreted something, maybe she saw the border. Once in a while the border patrol will close the gate, but for some reason I don't know, something about the movement in and out. But anyway, she thought. I think she said the soldiers are coming and the soldiers have come and they've locked me out of the Lomita Chapel. And she was hysterical. But it hadn't happened. I don't know what she saw that made her think that, but so they're all kind of apprehensive.
Maybe because this wall is kind of strong.
Yeah, the wall is going to hurt our feelings. It is, in a sense, disregarding our sensibility. In a sense, they're saying, "Well, you're too sentimental for us. We want the wall, and that's too bad for you." Yeah, but we're the ones who live here.
You know, Trump says that there are a lot of criminals coming over. Did you have any incidents here at Chapel?
The worst incident, we had some poor, scared young men from Guatemala hiding in the chapel. We had things like that happen, and we feed them and clothe them and do our best to take care of them and bless them. And
When was that?
about a year ago, something like that. Lately, I haven't seen that. No, I would say the real humanitarian crisis would be to demonize and despise poor people who are striving just for their families to survive, struggling to survive, and we're trying to make them sound like outlaws. There are outlaws, but there's probably more outlaws here. And there's outlaws over there, but we're not in a crisis at all. There are problems. That doesn't mean we're in a crisis. There have always been problems.
Is your community with you on that?
Yeah, they're not all as proactive as I am, but for the most part they are. Not everybody, I guess. Probably.
So do you get criticism out of the?
Hardly any. I did get some hate mail. I got some hate
mail. But not from your.
No. It was Molly wrote about that. It was from somebody. That was a couple of weeks ago. Somebody in Arizona. Said she was a Catholic, and she was disgusted with me and disgusted with the Oblate Fathers, and she said she would never again donate to the work of the Oblate Fathers. She probably never had. I don't think there's any Oblate Fathers in her area there. But anyway, she said.
You want me to take it to the church?
I'll wear it in a minute.
Okay.
Right. She said, basically, of course, she might have been drunk. I think she might have been drunk. Maybe after she sobered up, she had a headache and she repented. But what she said basically was, I hope the Mexicans come across the river and kill you because that's what you deserve. She's claimed to be a Catholic lady. Wow, that's a new form of Catholicism.
Is that the only hate mail that you've got?
Only hate mail. I got something else from somebody from around here who I knew was already a little disturbed. They just said you should. It says something like the chapel is a relic of the past. You should carry things. But sometimes people say things just to rattle you. I think he was just trying to pick on me. This was a man, but I could tell from the letter he was a bit off the track.
How does the border patrol treat you? I mean, you have to pass by there. So are they
fine.
friendly? Or
they're friendly, and some of them are our own boys.
So they don't see you as an enemy or something?
No, I don't see them as an enemy. They don't see me as an enemy. They're our neighbors, and we know they have a job to do. And sometimes they'll go out of their way to tell me, don't worry, Father, when we find these guys, we treat them as if we would want to be treated. They have broken the law, they are here illegally, but we don't pick on them. We're not cruel to them.
Are you still confident you're going to prevent the war built, or do you know
No,
it's
I
going
have
to
no
come?
idea. I don't know. The worst thing that would happen, and it would hurt. It would be like the Wailing Wall in Jerusalem. We'll go and cry. The wall would be here, and we would come and cry, and then we'll still come here and pray. It'll just be ugly, and it's like a counter symbol. The symbol of the Statue of Liberty Our Lady of Refuge, and the beautiful poem at the bottom by Emma Lazarus, "Bring me your poor and struggling." So it'd be the opposite of that symbol.
But would there be like a door in the wall so that we could?
They keep assuring us, "Don't worry, it's going to work out." And we keep asking, "Well, how's it going to work out?" Like we'll come down here with 1,500 people or more for Palm Sunday.
Yeah.
How's that going to work out? You're going to inspect us when we go in. You're going to inspect us when we go out. And how would that work? Hmm? The Palm Sunday we come. No, we just come here. Our camp on the river is a little bit up the river there. That's a church camp.
Okay.
There we lease that couple of acres.
You said the whole debate about immigration and the wall. Has it changed anything for your community here, for the way people interact or live together?
No, we've always, from way back, people have come across the river without papers, and they have become our finest neighbors. They'd give you the shirt off their back. They'd stop and help you if you were having trouble. Some of them have become legal, and some of them have not. And if we could be wiser and kinder, if wiser and kinder minds and hearts could prevail, we should help them get papers, because they are our finest people, and they and their children are living in abject terror. Imagine if you knew your mom and dad didn't have papers, and that the Border Patrol could come and pick them up and ship them out of here. Imagine a 10-year-old kid knowing that. It's horrible. And I don't know how we can...
So are these people still coming here, or are they afraid?
Oh, sure. They're afraid, and even those who are living and working here and raising families, fine, our best neighbors. Of course, the children are living in fear, so are mom and dad. Anytime they see a Border Patrolman, or anytime they get stopped for a tail light or something, they're going to be terrified. I don't know if we can even imagine how terrified they would be.
How many percentage of your community are migrants? Do you know that?
Well, in a sense, all of us are migrants, except the ones who come from the Indian tribes.
Yes,
here.
you're right. I mean,
yeah, but
Hispanic.
But our community would be almost all Hispanic, except for this time of year we have the Winter Texans, and they do love us. And I think most of the Winter Texans who come to our church are very respectful and receptive to that teaching of the church, that you have to honor your neighbor. You have to respect your neighbor regardless of his papers. In fact, if he's struggling, that should elicit more care from you, more hospitality from you, because he's struggling.
Don't mind if I jump in?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I have a little something different. I'm a photojournalist with
Oh.
North American Statesman, and tell me if you could just, for an audience who knows nothing about any of this, you just take it from the top. What happened here today? What is this all about?
Okay, well, got to tell you briefly. This old chapel comes from the first Oblate missionaries who came here in the 1840s and 50s. This was the beginning of the town of Mission. This was a little ranch settlement, and so the fathers would never actually stay here a long time. They'd come here and stay a few days. The two main outposts were Brownsville and Roma. This was kind of a way station. And now what has happened, now it is a chapel of our parish, big beautiful parish in town. The town is 4 miles north of us now. The settlement was on the river, but then the town was established further in. So the wall that they're talking about to save us from all our problems would come up between us and the chapel. So we're very disturbed and kind of heartsick about that. It would be ugly, it'd be a terrible symbol, but it would be a problem too. It would be a problem for the simple and humble people who, they'd be afraid to come out here. There's a wall, and so we're likely to have to be inspected going in or going out. We'll probably quit coming. Some have already quit coming. Even some of the young couples who just come here, they love to come here and take their wedding pictures. Well, some of them have told me we didn't go anymore because we didn't want to have to be examined or interrogated by a question by the Border Patrol. Even though the Border Patrol wouldn't have been rude to them, they probably wouldn't have even said anything to them, because it's an old custom to come out here and take pictures. I have pictures of me and my mom and dad out here from 40 years ago.
So what happened here this morning? What was this all
Well,
about?
we've been saying Mass every Friday morning for 9 Fridays just to pray. We're praying for that we can communicate well what our concerns are, and praying that things will turn out well. That somehow the hearts of those who are just obsessed with building a wall will be thawed out. That's what I'm saying.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No, I think that'll do it.